What's up, Fire 2 crew? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Ryan. This is Nick.
What up?
All right, guys. So I'm gonna bring back somebody we have not done in over a year. Talk. You know, I remember whenever I first brought them, and I was telling y'all about them. Y'all was like, "Who is this band?" And y'all was like, "I don't know." I felt like there was a little bit of doubt whenever I first brought them, especially from Tyler, because he was like, "I don't know how this is gonna go."
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, to me, they've ended up being one of my favorite bands we've done.
Yeah.
You know, that's like all their songs we've done has been really my kind of vibe, and it's, you know, I actually went back and listened to their songs plenty of times.
Yeah, you and me have been more partial to them compared to Ty.
Yeah, yeah.
Ty doesn't hate them. He just,
Yeah,
again, we just know his thoughts about them. So
yeah.
it is what it is.
So I thought it'd be good to bring them back today. It's been a while. So the song we're going to do today is called "Give It Up." Never heard this song. It's off the album "The Color of Spring," but color is spelled different. You see how it's spelled O-U-R, not just O-R?
Yeah, that's
Is that? I feel like I remember like why that people do that. Is there like a different
it's one of those words where I think people spell it different ways depending on where you are located.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
You know, I don't know if there's like a definitive answer. I just know here there's no U, but in other parts of the world there is a U. So
Right.
just one of those things.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. This song was written by Mark Hollis and Tim Freese Green. So, you know, the guy, the main guy singing made the song. So does that happen a lot? Actually, I think that's why I brought that up. Does that happen a lot? Lead vocalists like making the songs.
Oh yes,
Really?
a lot of the times.
Well, to me, it's like I feel like a whole band usually makes most of the songs together.
Well,
Because you got to agree. I mean, because if everybody's in the band, I mean, you're playing the song, you got to know what's going on.
yeah. Well, it all depends on like how much of it was your idea, essentially, and how much construction of the song you were involved in and all that.
Right.
But we've been at this album before.
Yeah.
With the Laugh song. Life's What You Make It.
That's right. One of my questions I've always had when it comes to bands and stuff, you know, because I don't really, you know, like I said, I've never really dove into bands. You know, I don't really know much, you know, so I'm learning here. I'm still learning after 3 years that we've been doing this.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's always cool to learn something new.
I was just gonna say, like, most of the time, like when it comes to writing credits, like rarely is it the entire band.
Really?
It's usually like one or two people most of the time.
So it's like,
Just from what I've seen.
this is the song, get with it.
Pretty much. I mean, you can add some ideas here and there, but I don't know. I don't know what you have to do to like get a writing credit. Is it like, oh, I just made this one part, like I came up with it? Like,
Right.
I'm not sure how it works. I think at the end of the day, it really is up to the band and the label and all that who receives what. So,
Right. Well, this song was released in 1986, so it's an 80s baby.
of course.
That's right. So I'm excited. I've never heard this. Nick's never heard this, so it's
Nope.
going to be a reaction. So let's get into this thing. This is Talk. Give it up.
From the place that I stand to the land that is abundantly free,
Sounds like Goosebumps.
How could I learn if I don't understand what I see?
Yeah, you're loving this, ain't you?
Oh yeah, this is fire. I almost paused it my damn self. I almost did it because hey, he is popping off in this song. Do you hear that, man? Oh, do you hear that, man? That man is going in right now. And just like the way he just lifts off a word, just he just he like fades off the that's fire. You know how I get when it comes to my singing, man. He's just giving it to us right now, boy. This is fire. And then the instrumental, the bass in the back. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's one of the good bands, man. Come on. It's one of the good bands.
I was going to say when the song first started, I was like, it's kind of a similar beat to Life's What You Make It. Just kind of, it's just kind of, just a similar bounce.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
So in the verses, I can see why Ty has said before that he just doesn't like Mark Hollis's voice.
Oh, yeah. He does have an awkward voice.
Yeah,
it's nasally.
This is probably the most awkward I've heard him in the verses.
Really?
In the chorus, I think I actually do like it. But in the verses, I don't know. It's just kind of like, I don't know. It's it's like when you're trying to whisper to somebody and you're not very clear with it. And
you're not good at whispering.
Like, what?
Your voice is shaky.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, what is wrong with you? Just tell me what happened. Why are you trying to whisper in my ear? Just tell me what happened. I don't know. I don't know. It's just when I heard it, I was just like, ooh, that is it's very shaky. I don't know. So
shaky.
Yeah. So I don't really like what he's doing in the verse, but the chorus did pick it up, and I was like, okay, that's the Mark Hollis I like. And something that I just kind of noticed is that, every time we do an 80s song, I just try to listen to like, okay, what's the 80s thing in here?
Oh, yeah.
And I guess in this one, it's kind of, I guess you could say the synth.
Yeah.
I get like that's the easy way out, right?
Right.
But I don't know. Their music just isn't, I don't know. It's a little more old school to me as far as like if I was listening to them in the 80s, I would think like, yeah, this isn't really what's in right now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which isn't a bad thing.
No,
but this just kind of seems like a band where it's like
they should be like in the 70s.
It's like a band where other people who don't like them, it's like, oh, that's just because you like this pretentious, overproduced, like cheesy 80s stuff. Like, let us just have this, and we're good over here. So. I don't know. It just Talk just kind of seems like a band that didn't really care to change with the times, and I'm saying that like in a positive way, by the way. But yeah, I do really like this kind of break right here after the chorus. This kind of creeping synth as we always
it reminded me of for some reason it reminded me of Goosebumps. You know the music of Goosebumps.
I don't think so. What show was what was that on?
It was on Cartoon Network for a while.
Really? Mm-hmm. I must have missed out on that. I remember the books.
Yeah. Well, they put it into shows.
Yeah.
And then they made like episodes of the books.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But that was the theme. That was the theme. It's the theme song of Goosebumps. You don't know what the theme song is? Look it up. You'll understand the creepiness that I'm talking about. That's in that song.
Yeah, I did see the newer movie though that came out.
I haven't seen that.
I don't know when. I think it had Jack Black in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was
it good?
It was very. You could tell like it was kind of more for a younger audience.
Oh yeah.
But it was still like entertaining though. I'd watch it.
Hey, some of them episodes, because I watched that when I was little.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff, it'd be scary.
Yeah, Talk should have had a collab with Goosebumps back then.
You think so?
Yeah. Especially with Mark Hollis's creepy verses right here. Dude, what's the matter with this man? And he's in a trench coat. Get away from him.
And he's in a trench coat. It's funny because there's a guy that's in the intro of the episodes.
Yeah.
There's a guy in a trench coat. He's just randomly in it.
Yeah.
I have no idea why, but it's just a guy in a trench coat and he has the wind blowing his jacket. He's just staring at you.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a hook. No.
He does have one of those like detective hats on. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
You know how the detectives wear the coat with the, the style back then. You know, Sherlock Holmes.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's funny. It's funny.
I'm just imagining Mark wearing that. The song.
It would fit.
Just going around and creeping people out. No, we love you, Mark. Yeah, let's go back to this break, though. I really like this kind of drop off after the chorus.
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
Right there.
Bass.
How could I learn if I don't understand what I see?
You ruined it for me, Nick.
Just take a walk through our misery. Gotta give it up. Gotta get a second chance.
He's mad, huh?
Gotta give it up. Gotta get a second chance till the juice just started. Gotta give it up. Give it up. Give it up.
Yeah, he's eating that.
Gotta give it up. Tell me if I'm so wrong. Where does love come from when you've never been without? Give it up, give it up. Gotta give it up. Give it up, give it up. Gotta give it up. Tell me if I'm so wrong. Where does love come from? If you sold your reasoning out. Well, tell me if I'm so wrong. Where does love come from when you've never been without?
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
Can't do
Hey.
you can't do that.
Fuck up.
Ooh.
Can't do
Yeah. It's like everybody's shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That just sounded like a talk song. They always just leave that space for their piano chords to really shine. The synth is always interesting. You know, I feel like their synth is just kind of, again, their synth just doesn't really sound like anybody else's. I say that about bands all the time, but I think it really is unique. And I like the organ on top of it. I don't think we really heard organ from them like that. Very, very church-like, as we always say. Yeah, and there is a little bit of darkness, as you talked about. And I think that has to relate to the meaning of this song. You know, I really, you guys know me. I'm trying to pay attention to the music more than the lyrics. It's really hard to pay attention to both.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in this song, he's just kind of saying like, look, you have to do your part, right? Or like you have to put some effort into this as well. It can't just be, you know, me all in.
Can't be a one-way street.
Yeah, like you have to reciprocate.
That's right.
These feelings. So maybe that's kind of why you got some of that darkness, you know, because love can be a little scary.
Yep.
You know, to want to take a plunge, and I think that kind of it just kind of kept that vibe. In the chorus, it was just like, look, this is a good thing. I'm trying to help you out here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like this is a thing that should be happening. And then when you hear the outro, that's just kind of like, it kind of sounds like to me the other person has finally like said, you know what, you're right. Like I'm gonna go for it.
Right.
So interesting contrast of moods in this song for sure. I think this will be playlist. I think it's enjoyable enough. It doesn't really set itself apart from the other songs from what I heard, but you know, I've never really heard one of their songs. It was just like, yeah, I really don't want to listen to this again. It hasn't happened yet.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think this will make it. We'll see how long it stays, but I think I just really like the storytelling and how the moods coincide with it. I think is what did it best for me. But there are some nice, interesting sounds in here as well too. But there you go.
Yeah, one thing we've learned from Talk Talk, they're going to give you some sounds. They're going to give you all they got. And that's, you know, I don't know. I think it's just the vibe that they give off. I think it's really, for me personally, what I really like about the band. And dude, I love Mark. I don't know what y'all be hearing, but
Mark
I think
Stan.
that man be going in when he like I said, I like when people can play with the lyrics. When they're singing, they play with the words.
Yeah.
And they give off like different things. I mean, he could just regularly sing it if he wants to, but you could tell he's doing it on purpose because he wants to. It's like flavor. It's like he's adding a little flavor of himself onto the lyrics, you know, why he's singing. And I just love that. I don't know what it is. I don't know, you know, and plus sometimes, you know, sometimes when people try to do it, it can get annoying when they try to put too much into it.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like Mark, this is natural to him. You know, this is like he's not trying too hard. I don't like try hards. I like not trying too hard.
Yeah.
Because it's more natural. So it's like more beauty out of it. It's more beauty out of his mouth coming out.
And that might be going back to what I said about the 80s thing. You know, Talk doesn't really sound like if you like kind of mess with their production a little bit, I guarantee you'd be like, oh, this isn't an 80s band. You know,
Right,
that's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But
if I wouldn't have put the date out, I would think this is not even, and there's no ways in the 80s. I'll put this more into the 90s maybe, in my opinion.
yeah. Just again,
I just like 80s had all that, you know, it's just.
I mean, not all 80s is like that. I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Like, when you hear a band that uses what Talk does and, like, what they incorporate, the only reason I think it's 80s is just because, like, the tones of the instruments and,
Right.
you know, that's the only thing that really sounds 80s to me. So, I don't know.
Well, for me, this is going to be playlist. I don't know what place is going to go on. I probably, I know I use a lot, but you know, the Midnight, man, it's just, the Midnight playlist is a fire
Man,
playlist
that's
for
just
me.
growing and growing, isn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I might add a song, but if you're in the playlist, you're special in my heart.
That's right.
Yeah. So yeah, it's good. I think it's a good song. I think, you know, instruments, I think it was just you know, it's just
They have a very jammy quality.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Talk is they've hit for you pretty much every time.
Yep.
So be thankful for this channel, Ryan, and what the people have given you. Talk all the way. So yeah, let us know what you thought about that song and give us some more suggestions for Talk. That's it, guys. Don't forget to drop a like, and as always, please tell us your views.
Stay subscribing and clicking that bell.
Peace out.